Hello and welcome to the first session of Together We Are Stronger. I'm Jeanne and Susan, your host, and with me is Susan Gerards, Peace Train Administrator, left-hand woman, graphic artist, and soul extraordinaire. This session we will be talking about the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini on June 10th, 2021. And we're going to be talking about what's happening beyond that. We're all over the place with information and ideas and ways to get a different perspective about your life. And you are listening to It's Your Life, song number 3 on the Peace Be With You album. You can download it on all the platforms. We're so grateful for you listening. Please share and subscribe to empower you with the Peace Train. So much love. Let's get started. Hi, Susan. You did it. Hey, everybody. Here we are. Oh, my goodness. Together we are stronger. You have no idea what we just went through to get here.
Yeah.
Susan and I. But anyway, if anybody else is watching here, do, wave. So we're just kind of, like I said, flying by the seat of our pants. But
Yeah.
a little bit of story about, Susan and I. Susan.
Yeah. I'm here.
We're going to tell a little story about you and I, because, some people might be wondering.
Yeah.
So we won't tell the raw truth, but we'll tell a little bit of the truth. So you live in Holland, and here I am in Canada, eh?
Yeah. And it's just past midnight here. Just past midnight. Past midnight. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you're on. You're mostly a Canuck anyway, so you're on Canuck time. So anyway, we met way back when. In what year?
2019.
2019.
19.
And
Yeah.
we had somebody really special in common, and that was Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries.
Yeah.
Now, I was posting on my Peace Train channel because, I am Jeanne L. Thompson, but I am the singer-songwriter for the Peace Train. And Susan Gerards here is my left-hand woman. She is my YouTube video editor. She does all the graphic arts. We work together. We've come up with a lot of stuff in the last couple of years that we're, just about ready to come out with. But when we met, it was actually me doing a post about Dolores and talking about how much she hated Irish sweaters. Even though
Yeah, that was one of the first things I read. Yeah, the Irish sweater.
Yeah.
And what was it? Your walks that you did and she did. Yeah, the walks and
Yeah.
the sweater. Yeah.
Yeah, because even though she was from Ireland, she actually lived part-time in Canada, just about half an hour away from me, in a beautiful place up in Big Bald Lake. And so she used to come into the town of Lakefield, and that's how I met her. And that's like a really long story. But one day I was walking down the street with her, and I was wearing an Irish sweater because I absolutely love them. It was a poncho kind of thing. So she's walking beside me. Now I'm 6 foot and she's like, little. And she says, I wouldn't be fucking caught dead in one of those things. And I looked at her and I said, well, I said, look at what you're wearing. She had one of those muckalucks on and a snow pants and a skidoo suit and a Canuck hat, And I said, yeah, okay, so you're walking down the street in that, and I got an Irish sweater on. Like, what's the big deal? But the funny thing is I was telling that story, and you got drawn in. And then
immediately.
In September of 2019?
Yeah, same
right?
year. Yeah, September 6th. Yeah.
you decided to get on an airplane and come to Canada to meet me.
Yeah.
And all the people in your family and your friends were going like, you don't know this woman, and she might not meet you at the airport and all that. Hi, Olivia. She might not meet you at the airport and stuff like that. And my people are going, you mean you're going to spend 10 days with somebody you don't know? And like, what are you going to do with her? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like, she's coming. Anyway, we'll just get up to an adventure. And boy, did we ever. Huh?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
you
it
flew
was.
in on what would have been Dolores's birthday.
Birthday.
And it was
Yeah.
first thing for Dreams Fest Ireland,
Yeah.
the first session for Dreams Fest Ireland. And
Yeah.
so we decided that we were going to celebrate. And I brought you from Holland to a
Yeah.
55-acre farm that we
Yeah.
call the Land of On. And you were just like, holy moly, like 55 acres. I haven't been in this much wilderness forever.
Yeah.
And
And
again,
everything was just big. The cars are big, the trees are big, just everything was big there. The butterflies.
my
Oh,
feet
it's
are big.
just
My
amazing.
feet are really big. Yeah.
Your feet too, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so here we are, and we've been
Yeah.
on this journey, and since then we
Yeah.
have a CD out with 10 original songs. There's another one coming out. But the other thing is that I am also a numerologist and psychic medium. So we wear a lot of hats going on. So what we're doing with Empower You is we're going to be starting, it's almost like, it's not really a school, but it's like, forget everything you learned in grade school and come and hang around me for a little while. Hey, Susan, if you hang around with me for a day, you pretty well need a nap. Like, I couldn't believe you hung around with me for 10 days
I
straight.
didn't need any naps. No, I didn't need any naps. I got more energized. You triggered me. You gave me more power.
Yeah. Well, no, you took your power. So that's what Empower You is all about. It's giving people information and tools in order to help themselves more. And so this is one of the reasons why Susan and I have decided to do this. Congratulations, Susan. This is the first time that you've been sticking your face out this far live.
The third time, and the third time worked on the Facebook.
And the first time worked. That's right.
Yeah.
And
No,
so
the first time.
it's the first time that you have done this. And actually, part of me really likes to get out there and speak with people, but the other part is actually a hermit. I do like to hide behind the scenes and write, and because I'm a medium, I spend a lot of time with spirit. And so that means that when you are meditating and you're out there, you've got to do stuff to ground yourself, right, Susan? Like meditate, write. And speaking of writing, I really feel that keeping a journal is an amazing tool to keep a journal. But Susan, your story, for example.
Yeah.
In 2019, right?
Yeah.
We met.
I started writing right after we met 2 years ago, and I haven't stopped since. I write every day now, and it made me a different person. It made me just, I don't know, just I feel alive again. I feel like myself again. I feel like I am myself again because I write.
So
I express.
Let's talk about that, because one of the things that we did was we did what I call my sessions.
Yeah.
And when I do a session with somebody, because I'm a numerologist and it's math, I do the math on your birth date and your name on your birth certificate. And from that, what we get is what we call an energy blueprint. And that energy blueprint gives you a whole bunch of tools, like crystals that you can work with. I've been studying this for 35 years and correlating. What kinds of things that you need to do to feed your soul? Why are you walking the planet? Like, what is your purpose in this life? What are the lessons that you came into this life to learn? And one of the real big picks that I have about things and energy is labels. Okay, we've got schizophrenia, we've got ADHD, we've got bipolar, we've got, what are some of the other ones, Susan? We've got ADHD, you know, attention
Asperger's disease, bipolar, lots and lots.
Autism, you know, Asperger's, you know, these are all labels. Okay, and so what the numerology session does is it actually explains your blueprint. So you don't need a label. You just need to understand how your energy works. So for example, Susan, you in numerology have a master number 11. And what that means, people, she's not from here, but of course you probably already knew that. Captain Susan Spacey. But master numbers mean master accomplishments. And master numbers means that, you know, you have a lot more responsibility than others. Okay. But also the 11, the number 11, and people will see 1111 sometimes. You know, Olivia, you are a master number 11, are you not? Okay. Anybody else watching, just say hello. We're just talking about energy blueprints and stuff like that. So the 11, the energy you found out, the energy is very high energy. It's actually a nervous energy. It's a high functioning nervous energy. And it goes up and down and up and down. So you found out that what is good for you, it's when you have that master number 11 or that 2, it's about meditation, right? It's about you know, going into meditation.
I've been starting that too. Yeah.
And you've been doing that. But part of the meditation that you do is when you go into writing, when you go into channel, that's part of your meditation as well. But you also had a 7 in your makeup. So 7 is the philosopher. So that's why you're interested in all this stuff. You just can't get enough of it. And you never will stop learning. You look under rocks for answers. But if I were to say that you were a pirate in a past life, which is entirely possible, and let's say, you know, this was a gold coin, you'd be like this. Is it real? I want to know if it's real. Because I don't trust it otherwise. But the other thing about the 7 is they tend not to express. So what was happening for you in 2019, right? You weren't expressing.
I was challenged with arthritis since 2002. And then when I started writing again, I was just blocked. I didn't write anymore. Everything was just blocked, all my feelings. And I was on medication. I had much pain every day. And then when I started writing again, I quit the medication. And then the arthritis just left and all my symptoms left. I just, it just,
because you know, the thing is that we correlate everything, you know, things just don't happen for us. Our body has a mind. And so one of the things I said in that session for you was, are you writing? And you said, well, I used to. And I said, so how many years ago was that? And you said something about 18 years or something like that.
18 years.
And then you said you'd had your arthritis. Well, that started happening 17 years ago. You stopped writing 18 years ago, and then the arthritis happened. So when we don't express any energy, like myself included. Okay, anybody that's listening. So if we implode, our body mind is going to let us know. So one of the books that one of the people that I've been working with, and this is a tool that you can get for yourselves, people. Louise Hay. This book is called "You Can Heal Your Life," and anyway, in the back of it, it's a lot of fun to read other people's crap. Okay, but in the back of it, it's got every dis-ease, because I do like to hyphenate that word, because that's what it is. It's a dis-ease. Okay, so
Oh,
every
there's that.
yeah,
Hello.
so every dis-ease and the root cause of it. So in other words, you know, all of this roof chatter, things start in our heads first and then manifest into our body. So this would be a good book for anybody to get. Okay, let's just for shits and giggles here. Okay, look up flu. Oh, the big bad flu going around, isn't there,
Okay.
so to speak? Oh, that big bad flu. Well, let's just look up flu. And what does it say under flu? It says C influenza. So in flu. Think about it. Think about the words. Whenever you say I am to anything, right, Sis? You are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So influenza says response to mass negativity and beliefs. Fear, belief in statistics.
Okay.
So this is where I'd like to go with this, people. Okay, we have an epidemic here, and it's not okay. We're going to look up virus. Okay, right now we're going to look up the word virus and see what it says under virus. Oh, virus. Let's see now. Oh, too much going on at once. Virus, belief in statistics. Okay, so we have a virus. We have another virus that's going on, and it's about the way that we cope with what? Depression, the way we cope with anything. We're used to being able to fix it really fast, right? It's a fast world right now. Get everything really fast. Take a pill, have a pill and it will go away. No, take a pill and it will not go away. It will go underground. It's like a blackhead, you know? You ever seen a blackhead? You got to squeeze it, and it might have a great big long trail. Okay? We are full of blackheads. That's all the dark, buried shit that we have to get rid of. And we don't get it by taking a pill. We take it by getting at the root of the issue. So, Susan, you were taking pills for arthritis, but you were so sensitive to them, they were making you crazy. They were giving you dark.
Actually, the medication made me in the end more sick than the arthritis itself. So the balance was gone. They made me depressed, suicidal. Yeah.
So the balance is gone, and that's what we want to talk about is the balance. So most people don't even know that. They don't understand that they have an energy blueprint, and they don't understand that they vibrate, right? Yeah, that's a great book, Deb. It is a great book. And there's another one that we were just talking about, Louise Hay, but this is another book that I refer to. It's not light reading, people, but it's called The Complete Dictionary, okay, of of Ailments and Diseases by Jacques Martel, that Jacques studied Louise Hay. And Louise Hay was 97 when she checked out. Okay. But taking the time, hi Maria or Mariah, thank you for watching. We're just talking about the correlation between dis-ease and our thoughts. Because if you could picture every single thought like it was a bird, I say that to you, Susan. So you've got a hawk that you work with, right? Because hawk vibrates to the number 2 and the number 11, and you've got the number 11 in your makeup. So you have the ability to be that messenger too. And when you go into channel, what is your channel? Tell everybody what your channel is, Susan.
The poetry, the writing poetry, and it's just I just write what I hear. I just hear it in my mind, and then I write. So.
But your page is Infinite Expressions.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah, my Facebook page where I post all my poetry. It's Infinite Expressions. So.
Yes. And I've been deciding to post my poetry here on the Poetry on Empower You, but then Jeannie L. Thompson and the Peace Train. The Peace Train is my music channel, and that's where we have the songs. And then, of course, I have the number Jeannie, and that is when I do readings and sessions. So we are talking about the energy blueprint. So if you, hello, Lionel, how are you? Yeah, so if you don't know what your energy blueprint is, then how can you figure out how to drive your bus? So that's one of the things that I share to, for people to understand what their blueprint is. I can give a little bit of information right off the cuff for people, anybody that's watching, if they would like a little mini, message from me. All I need is your birth date and a yes from you for permission to do a little bit of a message for you today. But if anybody else who's watching, Lionel, if you would like something, I just need your birthday. And I don't know whether it's Lionel or Leonel. I'm not sure. So anyway, he's a friend of ours and a Cran fan as well. Deb DeWild is saying May 18th, 1964. So, and she's saying yes. And what you're saying yes to, people, is you're saying yes to me giving you a little bit of a message today. So, Deb, the number 18, you know that, you're really affected by the moon. Okay. Diplomatically or not diplomatically saying you are a lunatic, but we'll get along just fine because I am too. But you do need periods of time by yourself. And 18, 19, 21 to 23 and 6 for the month of June. So the overview for June for you is all about speaking your truth and giving yourself permission to speak your truth. Okay. And also, they want you to be getting in touch with your creative expression this month. Okay, so Deb, you've got books to write too, but the thing is that you want everything to be perfect. So you really have to watch that, okay? 23, 33, 43, 53. You're in a new beginning year this year. So the month of June and July are going to be really fast. They want you to just kind of take a little bit of time out and start that book, or do some more towards your writing, both in June and in July. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. And the other thing is because it's coming on solstice, I'm wanting to pack a lot of information in here. But Susan, you got to get your rocks out for solstice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about crystals here. Okay, we've got lots of crystals. Actually, some of mine are out on the table already. Okay, this is a rose quartz crystal. but putting your crystals out in the sun and the eclipse energy. I usually put them outside until, thank you, Deb. I usually put them outside until solstice, so they get powered up, so to speak, with all the energy. And for anybody that doesn't know about crystals, there's an amazing amount that we can learn about crystals, right, Susan? What's
Yeah,
one of your
I
power
learned
crystals that you learned?
I learned a lot from you. I learned about one of the first crystals, the carnelian you learned me about, the
Mhm.
granite, oh, what was it? The citrine. You gave me a
Yeah,
citrine. So
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
used that a
You
lot.
have your
And
carnelian around there? You
no,
have
not
it?
here. No, no. But I
Okay.
use it every day. I use it every
Yeah,
day to just to
yeah,
have it close. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And
And
there's so much to learn about crystals. Crystals, there's a really, I don't have it right here, but another good reference book is called Love is in the Earth. And it's by a woman named Melody. And the reason why I really like that book is because it has the healing qualities of the crystal. So what you use it for. It has the number that it vibrates to. So for example, carnelian is one of your power stones. Deb,
yeah,
one of your power stones is the moonstone, okay, according to the number 18. Um, and so the moonstone is for self-confidence, it's for calming, it's for helping you in the dream time. The carnelian, Susan, because you analyze the stuff out of everything, because that's what the 11 does.
yeah. It's for
Carnelian is
for
supposed to make,
the
yeah,
sacral chakra. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's your
So
belly brain, right?
yeah,
That's the belly brain. But there's also other things that we can use to get ourselves calmed down. So we've got meditation, we've got self-expression. We just came off a 15-week writing course, didn't we, Susan?
yeah. We started in January and we did three writing courses. Yeah, from January until
Yeah.
last
Five
week.
weeks
Yeah,
each. Yeah, called
yeah.
Writing for Your Life. So that's where a lot of the writings are coming. I don't know about you, but I don't know
Mm.
whether I would have gotten through that period without that writing course. And
No,
the last
it
one
was
had a,
really helpful in the lockdown, and it was just something to look forward to every week. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's, this year numerically, we're in a 5-cycle year. But it's not just any old five. It adds up to 2021. It adds up to 41. So we're in the water, and this year is way too uncertain to make any plans. And there's a lot of emotions coming up. And if you do the math on the month of June, it's the 6th month, and we are 2021. So we've got 41 and 6. That is 47. Okay. So 4 and 7 is 11. It's a master number month for all of us. And universe is kind of like saying, we're taking a snapshot of your thoughts right now, all of them. So one of the things I'd like to leave you with, if you think that you're sitting in your bedroom or your bathroom or wherever it is, if you think that you're sitting there all by yourself worrying, what's one of your biggest challenges according to your numbers, Susan?
One of my biggest challenges,
According to your numbers.
that I repeating thoughts and worries, repeating and staying in the worry. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But you've learned to flip it. Because
yeah,
if you could picture every single thought like it was a bird, people, every single
yeah.
thought, that bird goes
And
out and
just
gets whatever you want.
staying in the past. One of the big things that I learned when I learned about my numbers was not to remain in the past, but move on.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is the past is a really good teacher. And what I say is take the gain and leave the pain. Leave the pain. Because that's another thing. There are no victims, only players. Really. If you're thinking you're going to, okay, first of all, your thoughts create your reality. So if you picture them, they're just like a bird and they go out and they get whatever it is that you would like. Okay? Quantum physics here. Okay? Here's a lesson. Okay? So whatever goes out has to come back. Okay? It expands and contracts. Okay? So if that thought has been one of worry, that bird is going to definitely come and do something nasty to your cornflakes every time. Okay? In other words, poop all over you, man. Gonna poop. It's gonna say, okay, you asked. Okay, so the other thing I say to people that I work with is, you don't go to the restaurant and say, I don't want eggs over easy, do you? Don't want brown toast? I don't want. Again, words are symbols for ideas. How many times do you hear people say don't want?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
the time,
I
right?
did that too.
Or you used to.
I changed that. I changed that.
Yeah.
I
And what do
learned
you
that from
say? What do
you.
you say now?
What
I'd
do I
like.
say now?
I'd like this. I'd
I
like
would
that.
like. I would
I'd
like.
like.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's an order. It's an order form. I would like. I mean, there are some things that are still right in the Bible, and that's one of them. I am that I am. Whenever we say I to anything. So when we say I can't means that you have chosen not to. So if you're hanging around me and you said to me, I can't do something, I
Yeah.
would say to you, you mean you've decided not to. So I would throw I'm irritating to hang around sometimes
Mm. Yeah.
because I'll just say, well, you've decided not to. That's what you've decided. Don't tell me you can't. Now, somebody
Yeah.
tells me I can't, and that's just like telling a horse it can't gallop because I'm a horse. And
Yeah.
besides that, right, in case anybody's wondering, I don't fit in any box. No.
Yeah. And one of the other big things I learned from you was the word try. I
Try.
sometimes use it, but I don't do it daily anymore. When you
What
because
is
when you say try, you say to yourself that it might not happen. So
that's
it's
right.
really good to not use it. Just say
Well,
you can.
let's just dissect the word try for everybody. You wanna? Okay, numerically, every number vibrates to a different letter. Like every letter vibrates to a different number. Sorry. Okay, so we've got T-R-Y. Whenever you get a Y without a vowel, it becomes the vowel. So now the vowel in the word try is Y, and it vibrates to the number 7. Well, there you go. 7 is the restrictor. 7 is no. 7 is all about time. If you spell time
Yeah.
backwards, you spell emit. 7 puts a block up. 7 is stop. Okay? We rested on the 7th day. Get it? This stuff goes way back. Okay, 7, the sacred 7. Okay. Now on the bottom, we've got T and we've got R. So T vibrates to 2 and R vibrates to 9. Okay, so on the bottom, we've got the master number 11, 29 over 11. Okay, so that's choice. 11 is number 2. That's why they call it number 2. That's where all the poop lives. Because your choices don't come from your logical mind. They come from your what? Your gene pool, your conditioning. Okay. So now we've got a 7 and we've got an 11. And that is 11 and 7 is 18 over 9. Is it not? 11 and
Yeah.
7 is 18 over 9. Oh, that's a self-canceling number. Okay. And so when you say, I am trying, I will try, you're basically saying, I am willing to keep going around and around on that hamster wheel forever. Let that land.
Yeah.
Let that land. Thank you, Deb. It's from my book called Words Made Flesh. It's an ongoing thing. But try is one of the words that we want to talk about because it's a very, very big word that's been in our vocabulary for a long time because it got inserted in all the vocabularies. When they wrote the books, who wrote those books? I want to know. Okay? I am trying. I am trying. I'm a hamster on a wheel. I'm just going to go round and around and around in circles. Okay. And then you say, I don't want. I don't want. Again, I am that I am. I don't want. Okay, well, they named me Jeannie. So if you were hanging around me and I heard somebody say don't want, I'd probably go up to the person, and I've been known to go up to people in restaurants and stuff and say, hi, my name is Jeannie. I'm here to grant you 3 wishes. What is it that you would like? Because I've been sitting here waiting for my coffee and hearing you say don't want so many times, it's starting to irritate me. And then that's usually when the people that I'm with pretend that they don't know me. But you're brave. Susan's brave. Yeah. So we're going to be kicking some butt here on Empower You. And we're going to be also sharing a lot of information. But do you have any poetry that you'd like to read before we go? Susan, do you have a poem?
Oh yeah, I have to. I have to look up which one.
Okay, well, you look up which one, and I'm going to share a poem as well. And this is from a book that came out in 2005, but actually most of it is on our spoken word CD called Rusty Diamonds. And it's available on Spotify, Apple, all of the programs. But anyway, guys, whoever's listening out there, it's a new moon in Gemini. Set your new moon intentions. We're going to energize some peace on earth, but we also are going to be activating our YouTube, Empower YouTube channel as well. And we're going to be inviting people to join Zoom sessions for prayers around the world and enlightenment around the world, whatever we can do to make this world or help make this world a better place and assist people to chill out, okay? Because there's too much seriousness going on at this time, and we just have to let go of the shore and let go of our heart. So this is a book called Fishing for Water, and it's a quill pen, but I just did a random opening, and this one's called Begin Now. I wrote it in October of 2005, and I channeled it. So, you know, that's the other thing. I don't believe that anything that we write is ours or that we paint is ours, because just because maybe you think that somebody else might not like it and might not want to share it as a result of that, that's something that you've moved through, Susan. Is, you know,
letting go of judgment, of what you write, because anything that you write is good because it's expressed. So
and it's spirit.
no good or bad.
It's coming from spirit. It's like we're both Leonard Cohen fans. And so Leonard once said, you know, how can I accept a prize for something I just wrote it down? Well, yes, I know I'm gifted with writing, and so are you. And so are many of you. And you know, the thing is that if you don't express what you came here to express, you're going to leave with your masterpiece not signed. And so what good is that? What, you have to come back and do this again? This is a classroom. I ain't coming back, man. I'm leaving at 94. I was a late bloomer. I have been stubborn. I admit it. But I ain't coming back here.
Yeah, and look where you are now. Look where you are now, what you do, and you know, all that you set up. And
yeah. Well, 35 years ago, you know, that's when I had the big thing when my husband took his life as a result of taking big pharma pills for depression, when really he just kind of diagnosed himself with MS and was depressed about that. So I'm out to get every single one of those people that diagnose stuff without really figuring out what is going on with that person. Inside, what is the root? What is the root issue? And if it's something that you're taking that you cannot spell, you need to question it, because it's not natural. Okay. This is called Begin Now. As you sit in the 3D world, feel the gravity pulling at the soles of your feet, undulating with the vibrations of the galactic center, undulating, pulsing with energy. Feel the energy coursing up and down your spine as you begin to tingle with collective memory. That restlessness, that quickening within your being. Here in the 3D world, you may believe it is just you, children, playing in the game of life without knowing that there are rules. Yet there are a number of ways to peel a banana. Slipped on any discarded peels yet? While your feet were out from under you, do you remember how you felt? The feeling of total helplessness and hopefulness simultaneously? Even if you haven't slipped on a peel, I'm certain you can picture it. An image imprinted on your mind. All it takes is a picture, a graphic description, a modern pictograph. Images are full of possibilities and intentions. We can project them out as far as we choose in any direction. The media does it all the time here in 3D reality. Projected images seeming real. If you were to let go and create your own images for a while, your own intentions as to the way you would like to image your life, what would it look like? Begin now. It's all about the vision. It's all about the vision. And so, yeah, here we are. We're talking about all of this stuff. Well, you know, you could be just as well watching a TV program or a news program. Images projected, seeming real. Throw a rock through the TV, people. Go out and go in nature and breathe. Remember to breathe when you're not wearing your, well, let me just see. I have to get my nose on right. Nah.
Yeah. And I have my my matching coffee mug.
Oh, yeah, your matching cup. So could you read something, Susan, and then we're going to close this session because I know
Yeah,
it's late for you. Hi, Leslie.
yeah.
Nice to have you on board. We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. The words can't, won't, never, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Susan
Yeah,
is going
I
to
will
read a
read
poem.
something. I will read something from my Divine Mother, from my Divine Mother series that I did.
Okay.
So it's a recent one. Okay. Divine Mother, what is it that you will speak with me about today? I speak about the soul, the essence of soul, you. I speak about your infinite power and wisdom and knowledge deep down inside. It is alive and ever flowing. Whenever you choose, wherever you are infinite. Whoever you have chosen in any way. You chose and will repeat that cycle again and again, time and again. The patterns of existence, the promise of rebirth, the act of reborn. You chose and held on to your beliefs and contracts. You chose and remembered. Stand for your light. Stand in your light. You chose to take part in your story. Your arrangement to meet with those that saw and see and chose along with you to hold that flame together. Standing in this union of completion, so the cycle of rewardings does continue, this pattern of oneness. Today I heard you speak and held on to the echo of your voice. I speak about that voice of two hearts as one, this unity in that sacred circle of love.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we were just talking about expressions, and just so you know, I'm Jeanne Thompson. This is Susan Gerards, and we're on my personal page, but we wear a lot of hats. Susan is my right, or probably my left-handed woman for the Peace Train, editor, graphic artist for the Peace Train, which is my music channel. But I am the number genie. I am a numerologist and psychic medium as well. I do sessions, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be firing up our Empower You YouTube channel, and we're going to be talking about a lot of these things. You can watch live if you've missed some of it, but we've been all over the place today talking about dis-ease and the way it comes into the body, and thought turns into form, and words are symbols for ideas. So self-canceling words like try, won't, can't, won't, never, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and don't want. Those are all ones that, if you think of your body as a computer and your mind as a computer, whenever you say I am to anything, you are self-affirming. One of the other things that I'd like to say, one of the things that you said, Susan, that you've learned about yourself as a result of a session with me where you get your numerical blueprint is living in the past. Well, we have 3 timelines. We've got past, present, and future, right? Where you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. There is no control. Anybody who thinks that they have control over somebody else and their destiny, is in for a rude awakening. Okay. But you do have control over your thoughts and over your being and your sovereign, you know, your sovereign person. So when you can look at the past and you can say one word shift, this helped me so, so much when I was first starting out. And one of my mentors said, what did that person, place, situation, thing do for you, not to you? Then you can come from that place of acceptance where you can say, okay, this is a pattern for me. And so that's another thing. When you get a reading or a session, you can start understanding what your patterns are, because the patterns go from 1 to 9. And so it's like, oh, I'm repeating that. Hi, Peter and Linda, how are you? I'm repeating that pattern again. I think maybe I need to not repeat that pattern again. And so
Yeah.
those numbers go from 1 to 9, and those patterns are repeated until they're learned. So we've got past, present, and future. So we can't go too far into the future because, okay, here we go again. I'm going to just do a little quick analogy here. If this was a seed and this was the garden, okay, somebody who's a control freak like my numbers have, okay, I've got 2 8s in my makeup, so I need to know what all the details are. What are the details? Who's going to do it? How's it going to do it? When's it going to happen? Why it's going to happen? La, 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 la. And I get way far ahead of. So this is, I know about myself. So this is where I rein myself in. Okay, but the person, they plant the seed. Okay, instant gratification. You know, you got pretty much everything that, you know, people like to eat these days is wrapped up in cellophane in the freezer. Not me, but, you know, the average bear. Okay, so instant gratification, they plant the seed. Why isn't it growing? Well, then they stand over it. Well, then the seed's going to go, I'm not getting any sunlight. You know, you're killing me. And then you come along and, you know, there's dirt over it, so you can't see. So you're just like, why? You know? And all of a sudden, are you done yet? Well, now you've pulled the shoot right up. So the best thing you do is something called Dharma. Dharma. Look it up, people. It's an Eastern philosophy. And it says we need to do the task for the task's sake without focusing on the outcome. How much money am I going to make at the end of it? Why should I do it? Should I do it for the money? Who's going to do it? When am I going to get paid? When's it going to happen? All of these things. And then there's no love. There's no seed. The seed is just like, it's just laying there desperate. So when you do things and you plant them and you lovingly water them and you allow, it's about getting out of your own way and allowing that stuff to happen. If I'd like $1 million seller, then what do I have to do? I have to pick up my guitar and I have to write the song first, right? And then I have to ask somebody else, pick me. I have to ask somebody, hey, would you do a review of this? Or send it somewhere, or get it recorded, or whatever, in order for me. So the thing is that you do the task, and you don't know where that's going to end up, but it actually leaves the door open. And that's what we're doing tonight, Susan and I. She's being a real trooper. She's up really late, so we're going to wind this up. But we are starting this new moon off by the two of us going live together. This is the first time we have, and it won't be the last time you see us, because we're
we will do
going to
more.
be firing it up.
Yeah.
Susan's more of a techie whiz than I am, and so we're on a bit of a learning curve as to how to get our Empower You YouTube live videos streaming and all of that. But we'll figure it out. And
we will.
We'll get it. But I'd like to close right now with it's a new moon, but I'd like to close and say how grateful I am for everybody watching, how grateful I am for you, Susan, and for what we're doing together. Too. So I am grateful, 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 I am. We are grateful, we are grateful, we are grateful. beautiful we are. So hope everybody has a wonderful morning or evening or wherever you are in the world, and that you have a beautiful new moon coming up. I know that I have a lot of exciting things coming up. We have Catherine Muller and Rory Moon. Catherine's from Collective Soul. They're coming up to visit for the first time ever. So just connecting with a lot of people around the world. And here's a shout out to everyone from all over, our fans everywhere, Italy, Ireland, England, France, wherever you guys are, Spain. We have a lot of them. And thanks so much for watching. And we
Yeah,
love you very
it was
much.
nice. Thank you.
And we'll see you again, Miss Susan. Susan Gerards
Yeah,
from Holland, people. And I'm from Canada,
Captain
eh?
Spacey.
Captain Susie Spacey
Okay.
signing off. Okay,
Susie
bye for
Spacey.
now.